Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to XWA TakeDown. Making their way to the ring right now, 4 of the 6 members of World's Finest, the newest faction that has sought to take over the XWA. And there you see Marco Juventus. Not doing a good job making friends here amongst this capacity crowd at the Barclays Center. I'm having a hard time right now even being able to talk over the boos that these men are receiving. Of course, World's Finest formed months ago, an international faction of superstars from different corners of the world, led by that man right there, Victory Musashi, backed by Brock Bentley. And then, of course, Juventus, who you just saw there. And to the right of your screen, Apollo Vega, who will be in action later tonight, as will be Bentley and Musashi, as you see them talking about right now. A rescheduled tag team matchup between those two men and the team of John Payne and Yoshi Togo. And that is going to be one classic encounter there by 4 of the most technically sound superstars in all of core wrestling. And here's Apollo Vega, who later on tonight will be facing off against one-time friend and bitter rival Aki-san in XWA's first ever Luchas de Apuestas match. Mask versus Mask. One of these men will have his career changed forever after this night is done, because he will be forced to unmask and reveal his face to the world. The stakes could not be any higher in that match, ladies and gentlemen. And from the sound of it, World's Finest is ready for anything. And 3X back at ringside here with you again for our second match of the evening. And making his way to the ringside area, Hamid Aziz, the Sheikh from Saudi Arabia, looking to make a more successful 2013 than 2012 was. Of course, failed attempt at becoming #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championship alongside of his bodyguard, Abu Hassan, who, strangely enough, is not accompanying Aziz to the ring tonight. Perhaps he's chosen to try his luck at competing in this particular match completely on his own. Maybe trying to refocus his efforts on singles competition. And speaking of refocusing one's efforts, the man who Aziz will be facing tonight is a man who has undergone quite the transformation from 2012 on here into the 2013 debut. the returning Jesse Ryzen, the hometown hero, Brooklyn's own, born and raised in the Bedford-Stuyvesant section of Brooklyn. The former XWA Intercontinental Champion, the last to hold it before it was transformed into the National Championship, currently held by Union King, who was the man who pinned Ryzen to win that belt. You can see that Ryzen looks completely different from the last time he was in action here in the XWA. He's cut his hair, he looks more athletic. The story behind Ryzen is that over the course of this offseason, he actually went under the tutelage of John Payne and his new School of Hardstyle Academy, the same one that current #1 contenders for the tag team titles Kevin Lassiter and Christian Phoenix trained under, hoping to gain a little more overall skill under Payne's tutelage. Obviously, Ryzen's got the natural athleticism. He could quite possibly be the best pure athlete in the XWA, but what he had in natural gifts, he lacked in patience. Very show-off-ish. Too much of a showman, too much playing to the crowd, and that pretty much cost him the Intercontinental Championship last year. So he's refocused his efforts, as I said before, and is hoping that the spoils of his work will come to fruition here in the 2013 season. But right now, Aziz, who is always a technically sound wrestler in his own right, has taken the momentum. Oh, look at that knee right to the small of Ryzen's back. And now a side headlock, and applying pressure once again is Aziz. A classic abdominal stretch here, trying to slow the pace down, which would definitely benefit him against a guy who is as athletic as Ryzen is. He's strong, he's fast, he's agile. Jesse Ryzen has all of the tools to make it far, and make it very far in this business. And Ryzen feeling it there. But now both men trading shots. Doesn't look like Aziz was a single bit impressed, but he had to be impressed with that enziguri. And now some more strikes. 3 hard shots there by Ryzen, who also is a Golden Gloves boxer, mind you. So he can definitely throw the hands. That wouldn't be something that Aziz would benefit from, trying to trade blows. And now Ryzen. High Ryzen right there. That's actually the name of the move that he calls it. Top rope clothesline. Very impressive. Like I said, the man has all the tools. He's agile. He can bounce around the ring like a man that's maybe 30 or 40 pounds lighter than he actually is. Short arm clothesline there by Aziz now. And like I said before, Aziz's strategy has to be to try to slow the pace down, to keep this match on the ground, and to apply as much pressure on Ryzen as possible. And now Aziz. He calls that the snake charmer. And I call that a knee to the face. Nothing fancy there. And nothing fancy with that one either. Swinging neck breaker. Applying his focus now on the head and the neck area of Ryzen, it looks like. Oh, and there's nothing fancy about that either. Hard knuckles. Right to the face. Right to the top of the head. And a cover. Only getting a 1 count though. Did Aziz after that hard shot. And now whipping Ryzen to the turnbuckle. Driving that shoulder right into the sternum area. And now digging his knee into the face of Jesse Ryzen. Nothing fundamental about that move right there. Just kind of drilling the back of Ryzen's head into the mat. And another one of those flapjacks there. Aziz doing exactly what it is that I said he should be doing. But just like that, just when you think you have everything under control, here comes Jesse Ryzen back again. Combination strikes. And now from behind. Amateur style wrestling takedown there. That's obviously a trick that he must have learned at the School of Hardstyle, because I've never seen him use a move like that before. Neither have I seen him use this type of move here. Dragon Sleeper. Trying to slow Aziz down, but Hamid bounces back up. Swinging net breaker and again driving Ryzen's head into the mat. Just trying to bully him right here. And now a fireman's carry slam by Hamid Aziz, showing off his power and then showing off. And now he goes for a cover, but only gets a 2 count. Maybe that might have scored him the win if he didn't play to the crowd. And now a reversal here by Ryzen into a judo takedown. Or was it sambo? I'm not sure. But the bottom line is that we're definitely seeing a whole lot more technique from Jesse Ryzen than we have in the past. And now Ryzen to the top rope. Splash off the top turnbuckle. Power, technique, finesse, you name it. Oh, and that was the Violator. That sick, deep DDT that we've seen him use on occasion. Only enough for a 2 count though, but the way that Aziz's head dropped onto the mat, I'm surprised he's still even standing. But Aziz, once again, just trying to bully his way back into control here. And now a kick right to the small of the back. Front headlock now by Aziz. And aiming for the shoulder there with that one. Once again, Aziz now. Couple of shots to the shoulder again. Looks like he's aiming for the arms. Trying to target that body part. Anything to slow Ryzen down. Series of vicious clotheslines there. Short arms, short range lariats. And once again, aiming for the arms is Hamid Aziz. Once again up with the fireman's carry. And another one of those fireman carry slams. Now, okay, what is he doing here? Aziz to the top rope. And no score. Attempting a top rope elbow. That was uncharacteristic of Aziz, who is known to be more of a ground-based wrestler. And there goes the sling blade by Ryzen. That should signal the end. That's his finishing maneuver. But wait, no, maybe not. What was he doing here? Oh my God! What kind of move was that? I'll tell you what kind of move that was. Effective. Jesse Ryzen, successful in his 2013 debut. And as we take a look at some of these highlights, here you see the high Ryzen by Jesse. Back and forth did these two men go, as one would expect. Snake Charmer here by Aziz. Doing everything in his power to keep his strategy going of slowing Aziz down, wearing him down. There we see some high flying by Ryzen again. And an attempt at high flying by Aziz. which was the turning point of that match. Missed the elbow. Ryzen hits the sling blade and then hits this finishing maneuver that I still don't know the name of just yet. Some form of driver, pile driver, whatever it is. It worked. And now Jesse Ryzen, arms raised at victory, looking to turn his fortune around here in 2013. And quite frankly, I think he's got all the tools and the mindset, most importantly, to do just that. I am thoroughly impressed with what I've seen from Jesse Ryzen. Looking forward to see him in action again. And now, wait a second, what's going on here? Looks like Aziz is, wait, okay, who is this? Is that Hamid Aziz's father? Backstage with Abu Hassan. What? Okay, I'm not getting what's going on here. I'm following this along with you guys, but it looks as if, wait a second, frozen access to the trust fund, and Abu Hassan is being taken back to Saudi Arabia. My God, it looks as if Hamid Aziz right now is being cut off. Quite frankly, his father, not too pleased with what it is that he's been doing, has just cut Hamid Aziz off at the waist. And he is not too happy about this. What a change of events right there. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, history in the making. The first ever Luchas de Apuestas match in XWA history. Aki-san versus Apollo Vega. Mask versus mask. One of these men's careers will change forever when the bell rings. And that match comes up next.